Her friend, Mickey Sawada, who'd brought Josephine from the airport, tapped her fingers on the counter. "Do you know who this woman is? She's Josephine Baker, a world-famous celebrity and the new star of the Ziegfeld Follies." "This hotel is for whites only," the clerk said. "I'm sorry." Josephine spun around. "You bet your ass you're sorry," she said in French. "A sorry excuse for a human being." And she told him, still in French, where he could shove his hotel and every cracker in it, including Pepito, who stood holding his brass room key and looking confused. When she gathered her fur and strutted toward the door, Pepito followed, asking her what had happened. She rounded on him. "You said we were all set to stay here." He'd announced the hotel's name as if it were the Taj Mahal. "The most elegant hotel in the city, with a reservation for the Count and Countess d'Abatino." Josephine had jumped up and down at the news. The St. Moritz. Things had changed in America. "I do not understand," Pepito said. "The manager said that everything would be ready for you." "Did you tell him I'm a Negro?" He gave her a blank look. "I didn't think so. This hotel will never be ready for me." She narrowed her eyes at the clerk, who watched her with a hand on the telephone as though he might have to call in reinforcements. Pepito looked crestfallen. He'd waxed rhapsodic over the suite, with its terrace overlooking Central Park. She'd looked forward to inhabiting the swankiest rooms in the fanciest hotel in New York, but she'd dreaded having to deal with the controlling Pepito again. Now she saw her opportunity and seized it. "Don't worry," she said. "I'll find a place, maybe in Harlem." Harlem her ass. No way in hell would she let them shunt her off to Colored Town. But Pepito didn't have to know that, did he? The farther away he thought she was, the better. He wrung his hands, saying he felt bad, as well he should, putting her in this situation. How it had happened still made her teeth hurt. The comedian Eddie Cantor had come backstage at the Palais Garnier after seeing her in the opera La Creole. Josephine, an opera star. When he asked would she return to the States, she'd given her ready answer. Never. "But you've got to tour America," he said, rolling his bug eyes at her. "You'll be a huge hit. Listen, doll, you've conquered Europe and South America already. Why not try the good old U.S. of A.?" Josephine could have told him why. But Pepito took over, and with the help of Mr. Cantor's interpreter, they had quite the gabfest. Josephine slipped out to her car and sped away to Montparnasse, where Sim awaited at La Cupola. When she went home the next morning, Pepito wasn't there. When he finally did come in, he was singing, tipsy with grappa, and pulling her out of bed to dance her around the floor. Eddie Cantor had promised to connect them with the booking agent at the Ziegfeld Follies. Josephine would become the first colored woman to headline there, her name in lights for all to see. She didn't think it could happen. Why not? Hadn't they once invited Florence Mills? And she, Josephine, was now singing opera, Mon Dieu, in the crown jewel of Parisian theaters where no colored person had ever performed. No one had thought she could do it, but she'd shown them. She'd sung Offenbach, stretching her voice, learning all her parts in spite of worrying that she'd never be able to. She became one of the first colored divas not only in Paris, but anywhere. Another barrier for her race knocked down by Josephine Baker. She'd won the hearts of the French, Pepito said. Now she must impress the Americans, not just for herself, but for all Negroes. She'd wanted to say yes, thinking of all the good she could do for her people, but something told her not to go. "They'll make me cork my face," she said. "They'll make me wear a bandana on my head. They'll put me in chains." Worse, she said, What if she couldn't come back to France? Being stranded in America would be worse than dying and going to hell.